It's Carter Sports back in USC, then ball out in the Holiday Bowl. Is it Miller time or is it Miller time? It's Carter Sports SC. Let's go. Is it Miller time or is it Miller time? No, I'm talking about when Moss said the hell with Will Howard. I'm QB1. He said the hell with that. No, I'm talking about Miller Moss. Let's go. Show him what it do. He got the name Miller Moss. Sound like a baller, to tell you the truth. And you know Moss, that's NFL royalty right there. That name. And I'ma keep it real. After the first two drives, the 3 and out, and the missed field goal, I didn't know what was gonna happen. But I definitely didn't see this coming from SC and Miller Moss. I didn't see this coming after them first two drives. So shout out to USC coming in the game. I thought we was gonna get blue. I mean, Louisville been a quality team all year. I thought we was gonna lose by like 21 points. I ain't gonna lie, I'ma keep it 100. And Makai and Jacoby Lane, the real deal. Like for real. Makai and Jacoby Lane, the real deal. We already knew Zach and Deuce was the truth. But now, let's add Lemon and Lane to that. With Kyron, we good at wide receiver, you best believe me. And the defense surprised as well. Still gave up 28 points, but not a lot of missed tackles. Though. The tackling was kind of clean. I ain't gonna lie. But you still have the usual containment issues, you know, players not holding the edge. But hey, that just happens. They develop over this season playing in that system, I guess. You know, but the tackling was better, but it still would seem like it was X's and O's issue, containment issue, assignment issues. So that's different than missed tackles, because you could get the assignment right, but if you can't tackle, it don't even matter. But at least the tackling was better. And it seems like communication overall with the defense was better. They didn't look all confused half the time like we didn't seen this season. You know, communication seemed better. They seemed more a unit. Still gave up 1 million rushing yards. I like how they switched coverages though. I like the coverage. I like how they switched coverage from man to zone instead of just saying it man the whole game. You know, quarterback getting the rhythm when you stay in one coverage the whole game. So I could tell, I like how they was switching it up on the back end. And then, you know, they did just enough to force enough punts. You know, Riley offense just need the defense to be average. They force enough punts, and there it go. Like I said, and the offense did what Lincoln Riley offense do. It scored. So without Caleb Williams, I feel like it's kind of safe to say our offense gonna still keep humming. It's still gonna be a lethal offense, right? But now I want to ask y'all Trojan fans, is we overreacting from one game? But Louisville is a tough team. They defense being top 10, top 15 all year. I forget they stats exactly, but I think they was like 10th in pass defense and like 15th in rush defense. I mean, they up there. They got a good defense. So this ain't no cupcake defense. You know, they started their starters on defense too. It ain't like they starters set out on defense. Everybody was out there trying to win the game too. It wasn't like a game players didn't give no effort. One of them games where you didn't see nobody didn't care. No, they was trying to win that game, because when players were making plays on both sides, they was celebrating. They was pumped up about it. That's why how you know people is in the game, into the game. So is we overreacting? Should we pump our brakes on this Miller Moss train? I don't know. I'm conflicted. Because I would say one game is just one game. You know, we need to pump the brakes, right? But this was a good team. This was a good team. So at least, you know, maybe we should save our money on a quarterback. Maybe we should continue with Miller Moss. I think Miller Moss showed enough to put our chips in with him. I actually think in this one game, it's only one game, but he had a sharp ass performance. That performance was sharp, and you could see the talent. You could see he got zip on the ball. He had that moxie. That first touchdown pass he threw, or was it the second one to Kyron Hudson? He threw that between 3 defenders. He was poised when the rush came. He delivered balls in the face of the rush. He threw 50-50 balls. You know, Caleb Williams didn't really throw the 50-50 balls, right? Caleb Williams would scramble till somebody get open sometime before he threw the 50-50, right? So Jacoby Lane and Deuce Robinson is gonna feast. Jacoby Lane and Deuce Robinson is gonna feast with Miller Moss. I'm telling you. Because Moss gonna throw the 50-50 ball. The dude threw like 7 to 8 50-50 balls. You know what I'm saying? When in doubt, let me go to a 6'5", 6'4" receiver like that man Jacoby Lane or Deuce Robinson and let them eat. I think Jacoby Lane and Deuce Robinson, they might feast more than Zachariah Branch and Makai Lemon. Because Miller Moss was eating off the 50-50 ball. He gonna give them big dudes a chance. So even when they covered, he gonna throw him the ball. So I'm loving it. I don't think maybe we be slightly overacting. I know he's not better than Caleb. And I don't know why people saying this is making Caleb look bad. Why can't Caleb and Miller Moss both be ballers? Why can't they both just be high caliber quarterbacks? Why people want to call Caleb a system quarterback then? Both Caleb and Miller Moss was highly talented and highly touted coming out of high school. So what's the problem? I don't like how they was trying to do that. You know, I seen that on Twitter. But is we overreacting? Maybe a little bit. We overreacting if we think he gonna throw 5 or 6 touchdowns a game next year. But I think he gonna have the Lincoln Riley offense looking like the Lincoln Riley offense has always looked. So our offense, this is what Miller Moss, our offense is gonna keep humming. He's a cerebral kid, like I see it. So I don't think the reset with USC, I don't think our reset losing Caleb is gonna be big as I thought. That hill was looking steep at first, like, man, we going into the Big Ten. We losing Caleb. We losing these receivers. Like, our defense in shambles. Like, we starting all over again. Like, we back to square one before Lincoln Riley came. But actually, after watching this game, guys, we might be in the same position. As when I mean same position, it's if we could get a defense, we gonna be scary. Like, this team is going to score 35, 40 points. We need to get that run game together though, because it is gonna be harder if we only getting 30, 40 yards. Miller Moss ain't gonna do that every game. Team's gonna be able to scheme up something to stop an offense if they know you finna pass, or if you just one dimensional. We want to keep Miller Moss playing within the offense, making reads, doing what he did this game, but he didn't even have no run game. So like I said, just imagine what Miller Moss could potentially do if the run game was going and we get balance with it. He did this without balance. That's what's most impressive to me. Right? It's not even the 300 yards, whatever, the 6 touchdown, is that he did it. I seen so many plays with it was 3rd and long, passing that where the defense knew he was gonna pass and couldn't stop it, and he was doing it with timing. No, he played a little different than Caleb. Played it more like a backyard. Miller Moss was doing it with timing. Boom, boom, boom. Read 1, 2, read 3. Getting the ball out on time. Like, I see the Cerebral game. You know, he depended more on his mind than athletic skill like Caleb, and I feel like that's better in the Lincoln Riley offense to a certain extent, because Lincoln Riley playing chess. He designing the play, and he got half visions of a certain player getting open at a certain time. You feel me? So I'm reiterate, and I'm gonna say it one last time. I think our offense, I think we still gonna be elite offense, y'all. So the great reset, we'll be thinking the same thing if Caleb was coming back, right? If Caleb was coming back, we'll be thinking, okay, we just got to get a defense because our offense going to be lit. With Miller Moss, quarterback at that level, our offense still going to be lit. So we in the same position. So if our defense be average or above average, we going to the playoffs for sure. We one of the best teams in the Big Ten. What y'all think? Is we overreacting? I ain't overreacting. I don't expect Miller Moss to throw 6 touchdowns every game, but I know Miller Moss could be a starting quarterback in the Lincoln Riley offense with our receivers and average 35 to 40 points a game. I can guarantee you that. So what y'all think, man? Is it Miller time or is it Miller time? Carter Sports feel like it's Miller time, man. It's Miller time, man. It really is. Say that money anyway. We probably gonna spend $1 million on Will Howard. We probably could get 3 defensive linemen with $1 million. And don't be surprised if you see SC sign a Jamari Caldwell, one of these top defensive linemen out there. That probably lets you know that, okay, we allocated that bag to different position. And I'll bet on that. At this point, I'll do that. I'll take that trade. You know, I'd rather spend all money on defensive linemen because our offense going to be good out in offensive linemen. I don't like the run game. So, offensive lineman and defensive lineman, come on, let's split this money up. We was going to go after a quarterback and build the team around Miller Moss. Get him some offensive linemen that gonna protect and give him a run game. Give him a team with a defensive lineman that got a defense with a post. You dig? But until then, man, it's Carter Sports. Big win for USC. And speaking of defensive linemen, I got a behemoth of a man in a defensive lineman, a 300+ pounder video I'm finna give y'all. So stay tuned, man. Hit that like and subscribe. And Carter Sports is gonna keep giving y'all this SC material. Fight on. Let's go.